I'm a famous author. I've never written a word of my books. The bookstore filled up. Literally, they were turning people away. Hundreds showed up to meet me, the false author of these best-selling books. They were so excited to meet me. I saw the anticipation as I did a reading. I was almost looking forward to the book signing, despite the hours-long line. "Yours are my favorite books," one woman told me. "These are what got me into reading," said another. "They're the only thing I read now." "Glad to hear it," I said, chuckling, as I signed. I looked up. The man wasn't smiling. "I'm not," he said. He walked away. I started noticing it then, the jittery look in the eyes, the way people desperately clutched their copies of my books, not in a loving way, not like a child clinging to a teddy bear, more like victims of the Titanic hanging from the rails as it tipped. "What else do you read?" I asked a teenager and her father. The teenager shook her head. "Nothing. Why would I?" To another fan holding a battered copy, I asked, "How many times have you read it?" She laughed nervously. I don't know. I can't remember." She burst into tears. "I can't stop. Why can't I stop?" Almost nobody reacted as she tore out of the bookstore, sobbing. It was in all of them, that frantic obsession in me, their simultaneous loathing and love for the books. Some of them outright scowled at me, like they hadn't wanted to come, but hadn't been able to resist. It was the very last woman in line who scared me the most. She didn't even look up at me. She stared down at the book in her hands, the very first one I'd ever published. She never responded to my questions. She never put it down. I recognized the cover. It was the first edition of my first book, which meant she'd been one of the earliest people ever to pick me up. Her eyes were bloodshot. Her teeth were falling out like she couldn't spare the time to brush them, and her skin was a sickly yellow. I never did another book signing. It gets worse as time goes on. That's what I've realized. The longer you read them, the more dependent you are on them. Check out the channel for the full story.